Hello there. We are here to visit with you about an update from the last time that we visited with you at the end of 2011. You may recall that we said at the time that we were having that session that 2011 had been a groundbreaking year for Buccaneer, and indeed that was the case. Some of the things that we did, just as a quick reminder, we raised over $30 million last year and put that back into the Alaskan campaign in a number of ways in terms of drilling, as well as getting ourselves set up to go on production. We added 22% of our investor base as institutional fund holders. That's a big deal because that puts an upward pressure on the stock price, we believe, and it puts a long-term coverage in place by people that we think will be beneficial to the stock. We also permitted and drilled both Kenai Loop number 1 and number 3 in Alaska. Number 1 is, you may remember, was tested as a very high productivity well. Number 3 identified the southern boundary of the field but was not a commercial well. We believe that those two things, although one is more pleasant than the other, are equally important for the work that we're doing in Alaska, and I'll come back to that in a minute for 2012. In addition to that, we finalized in November-December timeframe our purchase of the Endeavor jackup rig and took it into the shipyard so that it is being converted and winterized. We also put into place a very significant revolver facility with Centaurus that gives us a $50 million line of capital that we can draw against the ACES program with. Again, you may remember that ACES is the state-sponsored program where the government will pay up to, in some instances, $1 on the dollar of the expenses that you incur while doing development work in Alaska. What we did was that, recognizing that that was a secure, low-risk type investment for someone, we brought Centaurus in to provide effectively bridge funding for that money so that we could access it sooner and we wouldn't have to wait the full 6 to 9 months that would be required for the state to process those applications. Lastly, we commenced the process of shooting 3D seismic over the Kenai Loop field so that we would be able to lower the risk of future drilling operations there. So if 2011 was groundbreaking for us, we would refer to 2012 as beyond groundbreaking. And indeed, we've started 2012 out with a banner year. We have Kenai Loop number 1 now hooked up, flowing hydrocarbons into the pipeline system in Alaska. It has been producing at the rate of 5.1 million cubic feet a day. Pressure on the well has been building, which is a bit of an anomaly. Usually when you increase flow rates, pressures fall off. This well is a very strong well. We believe it is going to have a good future, as evidenced by the data we've seen so far. Good long-term 5 to 7 year production at high levels. So we're very encouraged by that. In addition to having gotten the well online, it doesn't count if you don't have somebody to sell that gas to. And as you may also recall, we had signed a contract with Instar to begin purchasing gas from us in April. We've actually been selling gas into the spot market, which is not contracted, but if you do the back of the envelope calculations, you'll see that the spot market sales that we've been getting are substantially over what lower 48 numbers would be, and put revenue under our pocket, minimizing the amount of money that we have to go out and raise through other vehicles. So we're excited about that. That's worked very well for us. And we have 2 permitting operations underway for existing leases, one on the Southern Cross prospect and one on the Northwest Cook Inlet. Those permittings are about 95% complete now and give us a number of choices for where to go to drill initially. Aside from those options, we also have added a third drill site. We bought Cosmo lease that you again will have seen in the press material, was a farm out from Pioneer with a partner called Blue Crest. And the significant thing about the Cosmo property is that just with the 3P reserves that it adds to Buccaneers' balance sheet, you're looking at something like a 53% increase in our MMBOE reserves for Cosmo. Equally as important for Cosmo, it is in a non-ice prone area of the Cook Inlet and expands the drilling envelope for the drill rig from about 240 days a year to something more like year-round drilling. That's a huge positive for us because it puts the rig to work year-round, provides revenue, and it's also enhanced our reserve base substantially. So we're very excited about Cosmo. We expect that there is going to be a possibility to commence drilling on Cosmo this calendar year. So we're still working those numbers, but it looks very encouraging at the moment. In addition to the things offshore, as I mentioned, we had commenced a seismic program in the Kenai Loop area so that we would lower the risk level for future drills there. That seismic program will be wrapping up here in the next 6 weeks or so, and with that data being reprocessed, we will be moving towards a new drill in the Kenai Loop Basin to add to our existing production. If you look at the things that we have slated for this year, it's going to be a very, very busy year, very financially rewarding year for us, because we're going to see multiple things that are going to get drilled and that are going to be put online to reduce revenue development that we have to do outside the company. So 2012, look far beyond groundbreaking and look forward to releases that mark the directions we'll be taking as we move along throughout the year. Thanks again.